like I said, I had discarded all mine over a period of years. We got all stuffed around here.
Oh, I got a list of, a few questions. Just try to fill in a few gaps.
Yeah, I was trying to think of, you said you had a partial list. I was trying to think of all the...
Oh, yeah, did you write anybody down?
No, I didn't. I was just remembering. I didn't know who you had on your list. I was going to look at your list and see if I could add anybody to it.
Well, I got them in alphabetical order. Gladys Alexander, Joyce Bayshore, Jeannie Black, Lynn Bowman, and his dad, Buck Buckingham, Roy Burns, Don Kennedy, Julia Sippos, John Clark, Sam Collett, Ruby Cross, Bill Davis, Van Davis, Doug Diltz, Dorothy Engel, John Ellis, Irene Harmon, John Harmon, Mike Harmon, Marky Harmon, Irene Hartley, Billy Hartley, Ralph Johnson, Bob Kurtner, Don Martin, George Martin, Helen Martin, Luellen Minnich, Bucky Nam, Jerry Shields, Opie Shields, Harold Stein, Ben Strauss, Marvin Thompson, Joe Thompson, Freddie Walters, Frank Walters, Joe Whiteneck, and Dick Zindorf is all I have.
Okay. Let me look at... You went through them so fast. Let me look at it, will you?
Start here.
A lot of these people only worked there. There were so many in and out.
Yeah.
That there weren't too many that worked there very long. See, do you have...
What years did you work there?
Oh, gee, I went back, I was trying to think. I don't remember. I worked clear up until they moved to California.
You worked in Dayton?
No, I worked at the plant.
In Covington?
Yeah, there wasn't no plant in Dayton. It was just an office. Well, maybe before.
For a short time, I think they traded. Okay.
Well, let me see. Yeah, I believe they did have maybe a plant, but that was at the same time that they still had the plant in Covington, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think it lasted long. They moved to California. So up till...
I worked until they closed the plant in Covington.
Okay, 66. And you started when?
And I started... That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't remember exactly when I started. See, I worked there until... Oh, that's Kayla.
Let me get that for you?
No, that's Kayla. They're coming home. They went to the grocery.
Hello.
Hi. Let's see. It's training. My one son is how old's Larry? 27. 37, and could be 42. And I started working there isn't that awful now? I can't remember, but it was somewhere in the 40s, late 40s. Did anybody know when Joe Whiteneck started? I started...
Well, they didn't open the plant till 50.
50? 53. Okay. Okay. I was there right... Joe Whiteneck, I think, was the first foreman, and I came at the same time, right after he did. When did they shut down and move to California?
66.
66.
Do you want a donut?
I knew I had worked there. I knew I had worked there for a long
You can have them. I thought it was candy. You can have grapes.
Because Joe Whiteneck came from New Carlisle.
Here you go.
And Deb, this is Mr. Sims. This is my daughter-in-law. And he's going to write a book about the Covington drum factory that I used to work at.
Oh, yeah?
So he wants to get background. But my trouble is that my memory is such. I don't think, let me see.
Here, Kim.
I have to take them by rooms where they work.
Yeah, that's what, I talked to a guy named Jerry Shields last week, and that's what he did.
Yeah, up in the front room there was Esther Martin. You got her.
No.
Did you have Esther Martin?
What department of the assembly?
Well, she was up in the beaters, up in assembly, up in the small assembly.
What did the beaters do?
Well, I mean, they made all the small.
Oh, okay. Sewer.
Yeah, I guess that's what they called them. I don't know. Did you? Okay. See, there was Esther Martin and Helen Martin and Clark, Marie Clark, Ruby Cross,
Marie Clark.
Marie Clark.
I got John Clark in there. I don't have Marie. I get that.
Well, Johnny worked there too. They were married, Johnny and Marie. She worked up in small assembly. And Joe's granddaughter worked up there. His wife's granddaughter worked up there, but I can't think what her name was. She moved in from Indiana. I don't know what her name was. And there was Jean Black. You got Jean Black.
Mm-hmm. She was in what, assembly?
Yeah, she was up in the front room. And you got Levi Wenrick.
No, I don't.
That was Buckingham's. That was Bucky's grandson.
He worked in what department?
He worked back in the back in painting. And he might have, for a short time, worked in the basement, too.
Down with the punch presses and stuff.
Yeah, that's where Bucky worked. See, John Ellis worked down there. And,
Was he a welder or punch press operator? You know?
the ones in the basement, I'm not sure what they done. All I know is that they worked down there. I don't know which job they worked on. And Zindorf's, Dick Zindorf's brother-in-law worked down there too, but I can't think what his name was. Some of these guys we didn't know very well. They only come up to get coffee. You got Joyce. You got Pearl Adams.
When you were a baby, it wouldn't stay in your mouth.
No.
She worked with me.
Was that an AD or 2Ds?
One D.
She worked in assembly too.
I get a brush, and then I gotta go get the groceries. Okay?
See, up on my bench there was me and Joyce Bayshore and Pearl Adams and Gladys Alexander. And what's her name? You got Harold Fricky,
No.
and Roberta Fricky.
Could you take a guess at that spelling?
It's Fricke.
Harold and Roberta?
Uh-huh.
What did they do?
Well, she worked with me. Oh, yes, that's pretty, sweetie. And he was, he boxed, and he shipped out. He boxed, inspected and boxed and labeled. And then over, I don't know what the classification of these jobs, I know what they did, but I don't know what they call them.
Yeah.
The guys that worked over on the next bench that put on the lugs and that kind of stuff was Johnson, Ralph Johnson, and Ralph Johnson and Frank Walters.
Did the same thing?
Otho Wagner. Carl Ashman. Have you got Carl
Otho
Ashman?
Wagner.
Otho was his name. Othatl.
O-P-A-T-L?
Othie. Well, Otho is his name. Othal. We called him Otho Wagner.
Okay, what'd he do? Assembly?
He'd put on lugs and hardware. I guess that's called a hardware assembly. And Carl Ashman. You got Carl Ashman?
Okay, look, come here a minute, please.
He was hardware assembly.
Look here. Come here. You want to eat that? Okay, let's put the cookies out.
There's Opie and Carl.
Go take this to the bathroom.
And Frank and June. I think who else worked on that? Over the years, or they come and went.
Yeah, that's going back a long time. I have a...
Oh, you got pictures?
I hope to get... Yeah, I don't know. If you recognize this person and this person. Top right, in the middle right. Person's on the right.
Okay, this here is Hartley.
Okay, I knew, yeah.
You know him. Who is that? Well, I don't know who that is.
A little sandwich.
That is, that looks like Jesse Hill. But I don't remember if Jesse ever worked with him. Oh no, that's Marie Clark.
Okay.
That's Johnny's wife, Marie.
Let me write that down.
And the one with Paul Hartley, I don't know him. He must have been one that didn't work there very long.
It's Paul Hartley's dad down here, filing the Sonic frames, snare frames.
Which one? Let me look at those again.
Paul Hartley's dad, filing the burrs off the frames.
No, that isn't Hartley. This is Hartley up here.
Watch his dad.
No, his dad's been dead for years
Yeah,
now.
that was taken a long time ago. Well, his grandson gave me the photo and told me who it was.
Grandson?
Ted.
Huh?
Ted, he never worked there.
Ted. Okay, this is his dad. This is Ted's dad.
His grandpa. This guy's.
These are the same guys.
Oh, I know that. Bill Nichols. Paul Hartley's wife's father.
Eileen.
Oops.
Somebody's got you mixed up. Bill
And that's Paul Hartley also.
Huh?
That's Paul Hartley down there? Well, I'll ask him again.
His wife's father.
I don't have any nails.
Okay, you don't get in grandma's and mommy's way now. Okay, let me tell you, Ted Hartley's dad is Paul Hartley.
Right.
Okay, and he's the one I showed you was Paul. Ted Hartley's mother's father died when I was a little girl.
I'll bring that up to him.
Can I go sandwich, Mom?
That's his dad also. Jerry Shields, remember him?
Oh yeah, I know Jerry.
That's him there in the color picture. His face is the other way.
Yeah, that's Jerry. And that's Paul. And that's
I'll
Paul.
have
You know who this looks like? This looks like Johnny Ellis. It's either Johnny Ellis or they both looked a lot alike. It's either Johnny Ellis or that's a.
I don't even look, Grandma.
But that's not his grandpa. I know neither one of his grandpas worked down there because they both died years and years and years ago. I mean, even before you said this didn't start till '53.
Yeah. He was going back.
They were both dead by then.
Let's see, I gotta.
See if I can think of.
Lynn Bowman's dad.
Lynn Bowman's dad did not work there. Oh, yes, he did. They were old orders.
I don't remember his first name.
Lynn Bowman's dad. That's his name. Check it out, but I think it was Carl. And he was bookkeeper. He was a bookkeeper. And Lynn was just a kid. I mean, he was just, like just out of high school. He was
I got some. There weren't any company colors, were there? Like a high school has colors?
no.
Okay, not that you know. You don't know who made their sticks for them? Shells, rims, tension rods.
I don't know.
You don't remember when they were building the extension onto the building? Probably 65 or 66. And there were 3 guys doing it. Jerry, and a couple other guys, and a guy that mixed cement. Blind. Blind guy was mixing cement.
Blind.
You never noticed him out there? I just wondered his name. I'll probably never find it. The whereabouts of George Martin.
George Martin, he's dead.
Okay.
There's 3/4 of them, I think, deceased.
Right. Helen Martin.
That's his wife. She's dead.
Doug Dilts.
Doug Dilts, he's around town. He lives out in the country somewhere. I forget. He would be in the phone book.
Okay.
He didn't work there too long.
Ned Breese. Ned Breese. B-R-E-E-C-E. I'm not even sure he ever worked there. I just wondered. I come up with his name and I.
No, I know. I never heard of him.
Okay. Bill Davids.
Bill Davids.
Yeah.
Bill Davids. I never heard of him either.
Buckingham.
Buckingham?
No, Buckingham. N-A-M-M. Nam.
Never heard of him either. I don't know where you come up. Well, some of these guys might have been coming going before I got there.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't want any grapes. That tastes good. Does it?
You don't know when Joe Thompson died?
I don't want it.
Oh, Joe Thompson died.
68 sometime. I got to narrow it down. I can't find it in the microfilm down at Pickle. Yeah, at the library. I looked.
They don't have old.
I looked in March of 68 and May of 68. I'm just sure it was one or the other. Now, at the museum in Covington, they had it, but pictures I took of it didn't come out, so I'm going to have to go back to
I
it.
was going to say they should have a record of it. Well, I don't know. I know his wife lived, there in the house for a long time before she died.
Yeah, up to like 82.
Yeah, so I've known Joe Thompson. He used to, before the drum factory even came in, he had, behind his house, there was a little shop, and he fixed instruments. And when I was in high school in the band, I'd take my instrument down there, and he fixed my instrument.
That was before he had the music store downtown? Or?
Yeah, that was before he had the music store. Then he and Biddy Eder opened the music store. And then it was later that they built the drum factory.
I guess Biddy's wife's still around.
No, she's dead. She had moved to California. They had one son, and she moved to California, and she died last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah, they should have wrote this book 20 years ago.
yeah, because most of the people are really...
Remember what year the fire was down there? 67 maybe?
67, it was... It was a year or so before, yeah, it might have been along in there.
Even the time of year will help me find it in the newspaper.
Well, I think, and now if I'm right, it was like in the early winter part. It was in the early winter.
Happened on second shift, I know that. Heating iron caught the pearl on fire. Yeah, Jerry said he had to guard the plant that night. It was open to get rain and just took the roof right off.
Let's see.
You come on the table, kiddo.
Well, it seems like you got a lot of information already, but...
You know what the date is today? 17th maybe?
Today's the 17th.
17th.
There's more guys. There's somebody else that worked back there in the paint department, and I can't think that. I don't think you got down. I can't think who it is.
Did you spell your name Luell?
Len.
Minnich.
Minnich.
Yes.
Oh, John Ellis's wife worked down there too. What was her name?
Remember my grandma?
I'm on a picnic. Hey, what do you want for us?
Oh, shoot. What was her name?
What's this, Mom?
And their son worked down there for a while.
Welcome.
What's his name? Lauren?
Yes.
Lauren Ellis?
John's the only one I
Good,
have.
it does.
But,
It really
as
does.
long as I know his wife and son work there, I can maybe find that out down the road.
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah, Lauren wouldn't be a very old man. He,
Oh, that was his son's name?
Jerry should know him. In fact, he should be right around Jerry's age.
May have slipped his mind.
I was trying to think of what his wife, what John's wife is. I knew her. She worked out front.
It's awful funny that somebody lives a couple trailers down from you, worked there the same time you did, and you have no idea he's there.
Oh, yeah, I know Paul lived down here.
No, Sam Collett.
Who?
Sam Collett?
Colette.
Collette, drill press operator.
Okay, where's he live?
1607, Chick's Trailer Court.
1607.
Wouldn't be too far away.
No, it'd be down this way.
10 trailers or something.
Uh-huh. Well, see, I never knew he ran a drill press.
Yeah.
I was down in the basement.
Guys in the basement.
And the guys in the basement, the coffee pot was set back of us. And they'd come up on break and get a cup of coffee and go right back down to the basement. And they always ate their lunch down in the basement. So I'd know him, you know. But I don't know how long he worked there. I don't think he worked there too long.
Dated that. Told me he dated that Dorothy Engel, secretary.
Yeah, she's remarried.
You make her tell me. No, she's your sister. Yes.
Do you have the ones down that's dead? Do you have them marked, the ones that are dead?
I'm trying to, yeah.
You both my
Because I
Read
have
the names off and I'll tell you the ones I know.
Gladys Alexander.
I don't know.
She's still living in Pleasant Hill, I believe, but I don't know.
I think they've moved out of Pleasant Hill. The last I heard, they had moved to Kentucky.
Bring her here, let me operate.
They had a place down at Lake Cumberland, and the last I heard, her husband worked at the Air Force at the Wright Pat, and he had retired, and they had moved to. But unless they've come back.
How about Pearl Adams?
Pearl Adams, she lives on.
Grandma,
Oh, wait a minute.
I broke my doll, baby.
Oh. She lives down on South Pearl Street in Covington. Now, she worked there, I think, even longer than I did.
Her name would still be Adams, as far as you know.
Uh-huh. I think it's Adams. I just saw her not too long ago.
Joyce Bayshore, she moved to California and stayed there.
Yeah,
Carl Ashman,
he's dead.
Say you're sorry.
so is Jeannie Black.
Say you're
How
sorry.
about Lynn Bowman?
Lynn Bowman, he lives in Covington. He lives right outside of Covington.
Okay, I got that, yeah.
He's dead.
Roy Burns.
Roy Burns, I don't think I know him.
He's a on the road salesman.
Oh,
Don Kennedy, Director of Education. He was, didn't see much. Julius Sippos.
who?
Grandma, look at yes.
Okay. We'll try to fix it.
Push that back in. He's an original employee. He laid the pearl in the base drum hoops.
What'd you say his name was?
Julius Sippos. Hungarian guy.
Oh,
He's always
Julius.
singing.
Oh, yeah, Julius. Sure, he lived over by New Carlisle.
You have no idea what.
I would imagine that he might be. I don't know where he's at, whether he's dead or not.
John Clark and Marie.
They're both dead.
If she doesn't get any rest, her leg will never heal.
Let's see, Ruby Cross is deceased. Bill Davids. Dan Davis was in Jackson Center. Doug Dilch, you didn't know him.
Yeah, he lives out in the country there by Covington.
He's in Covington area.
Uh-huh.
Dorothy Engel.
She's remarried and lives out on 41 outside of Covington unless they've moved.
What's her last name?
I know her last name if I can think of it.
No, if it pops in your mind, let me know.
Okay.
John Ellis.
I'm not sure. I would imagine. I don't know.
Frickies.
They're both dead. Roberta and Harold both are dead.
Can I take off my hands off?
Yeah, put her legs together.
Irene Harmon's gone, so is John.
Oh, Fanny.
Irene and John Harmon.
Irene Harmon.
Try to take her off.
John Harmon. John, I think, might still be alive. He lives in Bradford.
Mike Harmon.
Mike's dead. When you said John and Irene, it threw me because they're no relation. I mean, they're not
Careful.
husband and wife or
I mean it.
anything.
You ever heard of a guy named Marky Harmon?
Marky Harmon.
Irene Hartley, she's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Billy Hartley.
Billy, she's, see, her name's not Hartley. She lives down here in the trailer court.
In this one?
Mm-hmm. She's down at 16. Well, she's Paul Hartley's daughter.
You're not very nice.
Paul lives right down this way, and she lives down
Yes,
there.
I am.
Look at me, I'm
Her name's
fine.
Johnson, huh?
And they're putting rubber bands in my hair. And I don't cry.
Paul lives in this trailer court?
Yeah, he's right down here. He's the fifth trailer
Yes.
down this way.
Paul Hartley.
What you
Uh-huh.
Wonder why I don't have his name.
Yeah, you got his name.
Let's make
You read it all.
okay? Let's make
Irene and Billy.
Eileen.
Okay. It's not Irene?
No, it's Eileen. And that was Paul's wife. And Billy is their daughter.
Paul.
Eileen's dead. Paul lives the fifth trailer down here. And Billy lives down 16-something this way. And her name's Billy Johnson.
Eileen's deceased.
Huh?
Eileen's deceased?
Eileen deceived. Yeah.
Paul lives in,
Yeah, he's one of those.
Paul and Billy both live in this trailer court?
Uh-huh.
And you and Sam Collett? All four of you. It's Colette?
Colette.
Please, What did Paul Hartley do there?
Paul, he worked downstairs. He worked down in the basement. You got a picture, one of those pictures is
Yeah,
here.
a little
Oh, that's right.
dish towel.
Mhm.
Dish towel. This is too big.
Let me do Billy, what'd she do?
Let me just make my baby's nest. Put it inside and then I'm going to cover up.
Billy and Eileen?
It's like Kathy did on Barney. Oh, she.
What'd Eileen do there?
Eileen, she worked up in front in the small assembly.
Sewing beaters,
Yeah.
mostly?
Hmm.
People that sewed beaters, did they ever do anything else?
No, they just sat up there and done that.
Get her a small
They had kind of a, in fact, they were kind of a little clique up there, you know. They,
Original employees were up there, a lot of them, I guess.
Huh?
A lot of the originals, they, hired in when they first...
oh, well, I don't know about that. I know Helen and George Martin were there. And
Now cover up.
I think Marie Clark was there and Jean Black was there.
No.
I got. Oh my gosh! Now look! Look! My basket!
Billy, you don't know the number?
No,
16-something?
16's. Yeah, Paul could tell you if you go down to see Paul.
How far down, Steve?
He's just the fifth trailer down here. I'm the 10th trailer and he's the fifth trailer.
So if you're... 19?
Yeah. All you got to do is
17.
count the fifth trailer up from the end.
From the end. See, it's Bob Kurtner. He's in Sydney. I gotta get a hold of him. Ralph Johnson, he's gone. George Martin.
He's gone.
Esther Martin.
Esther, she lives in Pleasant Hill.
Look! The basket's broken, so you can't get it!
She worked up there too in the small assembly. Or the beaters or whatever you call it.
Helen Martin still around.
Who?
Helen?
Helen, no, she's dead.
That's Don's mother. She'd be gone.
Yeah, she's gone.
Right.
Baby, you didn't know? Your sister's coming in.
Scoot over and make
Buckingham.
room for her.
Opie
She's got
Shields.
sore legs.
Yeah.
Opal Shields, he's dead.
Doctor said she had to be in bed.
Right.
He lived in Bradford. It was a different Shields. He was no relation to Jerry.
That wasn't Opie?
Othel was his name. We called him Othe.
And Harold Stein.
Harold
He's in
Stein.
Pickwa
No,
somewhere.
he's dead.
Is he really? That's a shame.
There's our baby.
Yeah, he took over after. He took over after Joe Whiteneck. Joe Whiteneck was the plant manager, and he took over after Joe Whiteneck.
Plant manager, not general foreman. Or
Well, general foreman, plant manager. I call him plant manager, but
Superman.
he was over the whole plant.
Ben Strauss.
Ben Strauss. He was one of the
Original big shot.
Yeah, he was a big shot from Cleveland. He only came down to visit with Uncle Henry.
He wasn't around the plant much. He was
Oh no, he just came down. He and Uncle Henry would come down and go through the plant for a day or two, and I guess look over the books. And Uncle Henry really, I think, was the main investor in the company. Him and Joe Thompson and
Henry Grossman.
Grossman.
Marvin Thompson, painter.
Marvin. Yeah, he's. Let me see. Where does he live?
One bite?
He's around Covington somewhere. Jerry should know where he's at because he and Jerry are about the same age. He was one of the younger ones.
You want this one?
If you want to find out if Jerry don't know where he's at, you want to find out where he's at. His brother works or helps down at Myers' Grocery there in Covington. The IGA market. Marvin's brother.
Look. I don't get it.
Good, she.
Let's see.
Might go over, right?
Freddie Walters.
Freddie? Freddie, he's still alive. He lives there on
Can I bring my babies?
Bridge Street in Covington.
I don't want to bring these from the line.
Why? Poor baby. Very eager for mommy.
Othel Wagner.
Othel Wagner. That's the one. Othe. He's dead. He's from Bradford. I just told you. You must have him down twice.
Different guy. Othel Shields.
Huh?
I asked about Opie Shields.
Othe Shields.
He said it was Othel.
Oh, Shields. Oh, I never heard of an Othel Shields.
Opie. Worked in assembly. Opie Shields.
Now wait a minute. Othe Shields worked in assembly. Yeah, he's dead.
Opie. Okay.
Othel was his name. Okay, then you just asked me about a Wagner, right?
Othel Wagner.
Othel Wagner. Yeah, okay. They're two different people. I'm sorry, my mind was... That Othe got me mixed up. Othel Wagner. Let's see, I don't know where he's... He probably's dead, but I don't know.
Frank Walters.
Frank Walters, yeah, that's the other Walters' brother. That's Freddie's brother, and he lives on Main Street in Covington.
How about Levi Winrick?
Levi Winrick. Yeah, he's around Covington somewhere. I think Jerry should know where he's at. He's about Jerry's age.
And Joe Whiteneck.
He's dead.
Dick Zindorf.
Dick Zindorf, he's alive. He's from around New Carlisle, but I don't know. That's where he came from when he came to Drum Factor. Where he went after that, I don't know.
Probably just Helen Eder is,
Who?
Helen Eder.
Helen? Helen
You know
Eder?
anything about her?
That's Joe's wife. She's dead. She never worked there.
Oops. Piece of pizza here.
Out of her dollhouse.
Oh, shoot. I've got a Covington made drum in the trunk. And I was wondering if I could get a picture of you holding it.
Oh, well, I don't look too good.
Well, up to you. I'd like to get a picture of the drum. Might as well have a former employee holding it.
Well,
Let me get it out there. Just take a second. She's saying real quick, they got to talk to Ruby Kingery this afternoon. No.
Ruby Kingery.
Yeah, she says she got a lot of photographs.
She probably has, because see, it's her mom and dad that worked there for years and years.
That'd be great to
Helen and George.
Helen's always
Now, hon, put that stuff back for now. We'll play that after a while. Well, we'll play it after Grandma's company goes. He's about ready to go.
Where's he going now?
Out to get a drum.
That'll be wonderful with Kayla.
I'm going to play it on the floor. I'm going to play with Mom.
I don't know where he'll want me to sit.
But he's going to take your picture. Oh, okay. Let's get out of the way.
I don't know where he wants. I don't know where he wants me to sit.
Oh, I don't know. I got sit, stand, just kind of hold it in front of you. It is a Covington made, Rogers. I don't have a couple. I got a lot of Rogers drums, but that's what I do is collect old drums.
Do you collect your own?
Well, they have a few that are made in Covington. None of them are the high-class ones.
I was going to say, that's one of the cheapest ones we
That's
make.
right, yeah. It is.
That doesn't even have the new label on it.
No. It's cold. Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, this one I hated to put together.
Oh, yeah, one of these.
But these were hard to work with. These little the better drums had the rim had the holes in it. This went right down through the holes.
Didn't like working with those.
These took
They sound terrible.
These took longer.
They
I know.
sound terrible.
But at least it's got plastic heads on it. I hated to tuck the skin
gee
heads.
whiz.
Oh, when you had to tuck those heads, I hated that job.
Ready?
Okay.
Set. Well, if I want to... Yeah, it says...
Yeah.
The person that's supposed to put their initial on here didn't.
No, I like that one, so I can do that.
I can tell unless I really zoom in.
Well, we done away with that after a while. You can,
Quit initialing the...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you
Don't go there,
tag on the inside.
I know.
Bring back some memories in it.
classmate.
It's yellow. It's full.
Yep, that's an old dude.
Good shape.
I'm full.
You
Yeah,
can get these for nothing, practically.
can you?
Yeah. The collectors don't want them. They don't sound very good.
I guess not. Well, they thought they really had something when they came up with that Dynasonic one.
Well, they did have something.
Yeah.
World famous drum to this day.
Yeah, I remember when Buddy Rich came down and ordered a set of drums, and boy, was he particular, and who else and both.
Well, yeah, you know, they can afford to be particular, I guess.
Yeah.
Good drummers. Yeah, they come through the plant, both of them?
They both came down, well, they were way apart, but
Oh, yeah.
they came down and inspected their drums themselves.
They come down and say hi to you or anything?
Oh no, they were much too professional to mess with us, but they inspected them. They inspected their work. Dan Davis.
You gotta be kidding me.
Mary Kay Davis worked there?
Yeah, his wife worked there.
You gotta play right.
Of course, Dan can tell you that.
That's Dan Davis's.
Bum too.
Uh-huh.
You still are her. I just.
Oh, let's write it down. Well,
Okay, draw one, Kale Bear.
Your turn.
Dan Davis and Mary Kay Davis. Their husband and wife?
This game's gonna be pretty short.
Her husband, Dan.
Okay.
Purple.
And you already got him on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, you're up here now.
Am I still home?
Yeah, you're still the queen.
Let me see.
You got it.
And what department she work in, or what job, or?
Wait.
Yeah, she worked.
Two red.
She worked with Billy.
Draw.
Billy Hartley. Billy Johnson.
Yellow.
They did. Oh, they didn't work up in the beaters. What did they do? You'll have to get hold of Billy to find out what they
Did
did.
they lay pearl or
Okay, go.
assemble stands or anything? I can't think of any cute stories.
You move an orange one.
Just one cute story that happened that you can remember? A squirt gunfight or anything?
Orange.
Okay, Dad.
Well,
Your turn, Dad.
I don't know.
My turn. Blue. Your
Well,
turn.
let me think about it. Let me think. Let me think.
Draw a card.
Dad put me in there.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be in town. I'm gonna be in the area like pretty much every Saturday for months.
This is a draw.
Okay. I'll try to think of things that maybe happened, but we were always pretty busy. We didn't have much time to fool around like some of the guys did.
Depending on what kind of job you had.
Yeah,
Lucky dog.
I got a queen, yes.
they kept us pretty busy all the time.
I never got it.
No, if this is 1709. Where would 1670?
1607 would be down. They go this
I'm way back
way.
there, man. I'm never gonna catch that. Your turn.
1609 would probably be clear down close to the end down here.
1607.
See, this is 1709, and they're 1707.
Ooh, you got a big guy.
Where did you live?
God, listen.
Let me see.
Good.
Well, they pretty much have numbers on
Oh
it.
yeah, they all have numbers. But halfway down is a dividing line between the 1600s and the 1700s. There's a driveway that goes out to the road
Right.
halfway down here. Then from there on up, it starts at 1600s.
Rusty guys on the
But I would say it's pretty close up to the end.
Bruce's brother, Dave.
Right, Gal?
All right, well, thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well, I hope you come up with lots.
Gonna go with